Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with my good buddy Dado. Where is he? There he is. And the Teener Wieners. Welcome back to the channel. Today's gonna be a really fun video, but it's also gonna be a lot of work because we're gonna be installing a $8,200 Akrapovic full titanium exhaust system onto our Panigale V4S. It's gonna be amazing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, so if you missed the last video, well, basically all we did was get the bike torn apart, get the stock exhaust uninstalled, which is parts of what he's carrying or holding right here. Big ass muffler, canisters, all that stuff there, all the header pipes. It's actually, that's kind of crazy. Look, those are the only parts for the stock exhaust. Just that and those two pieces right there. And obviously there's some other stuff too, but so we got all that off. What we're gonna be doing today is uninstalling this entire exhaust system. Unboxing the entire exhaust system and then trying to get it installed onto the bike and so that we can start it up. That's the game plan for today. We cut some corners where we didn't remove the front radiators and the oil cooler. We did not take the tank off, the seat, all that stuff. They even want you to pull the subframe, I think, too. Dado was able to kind of work around it, so we're gonna see if we can get this whole thing installed. We've never used this exhaust before, and just so you know, this is the new Akrapovic high mount exhaust. It's full titanium. The retail price for this exhaust is $8,200. You also have to buy different belly pieces on the bottom. Did you already pull those out, teens?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought they were sitting in there. Okay, maybe they're in a different box. The belly panels are also $400. And then it's 12 hours at the dealership quoted to install this exhaust, which is another $1,000. So it's about $10,000 to buy this exhaust and get it installed onto your bike. Think about that. $10,000, dude, for one exhaust system. That's ridiculous, but this is where we are. I remember whenever the 1299 exhaust was like, I think it was like $4,200 or something, and I thought that that was absurd. Now we're double that just a few years later. So these are not cheap, and that's one of the reasons why this build is going to end up being so expensive. Don't forget, we are going to be giving this bike away. You can support this project, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. That's how we're able to fund these projects and give them away whenever we're done. So head on over there. If you guys like what we're doing, you enjoy these videos, if you can support, we greatly appreciate it. And we'll keep building and giving away insane custom motorcycles. So we're getting to some of the pipes here. That collector pipe is matte. You see the size of that? Holy shit. That diameter is way larger. We're gonna try not to touch any of this with our hands. One of the most common questions I get asked is, Jaret, why can't you touch titanium? You can, you just have to clean it off.
Clean it off after
because
anyway.
Titanium will change colors and they get those really cool purples and blues and whatever. But if there's like a fingerprint on there, you'll literally see it on the exhaust and then you can't get it off.
As teens is
right?
unboxing everything.
Well,
we'll wipe it
we're
off.
gonna wipe it all down. So I do want to mention this exhaust system would not be my first choice to put on a motorcycle. So a lot of people don't know this about this exhaust system. I learned this when I was in Italy for World Ducati Week. The reason that they built the high mount exhaust system was actually because the underbelly system was ricocheting off of the ground and making it too loud for a lot of tracks in Europe and even in the US and stuff that have like decibel limits for track. So the reason why they moved it up to the undertail is it was up higher, it wasn't ricocheting, and it wasn't breaking the rules of the sound at tracks. So it's actually a little bit heavier and not quite as loud as the underbelly exhaust system. So in my opinion, if it was my own personal bike, I would still do the underbelly, but we've never done this exhaust. We've done two of the underbellies before, so we wanted to switch it up and see how it goes. So, I mean, it's still, I think, the same all the way to like here, and then those other pipes that go up and under are the other new ones. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So actually it does
how
look
many
different.
pieces there are
Oh, dude,
for this
it's
compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it's a lot more complex.
It's crazy how they used.
I think they 3D print that.
No, it's not 3D printed, but it's
No?
cast.
Cast, that's what I meant, sorry.
Casting
Yeah.
works. This is cast.
Is it still titanium?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you could cast titanium.
Well, now you know.
Well, now you know. The other thing is, we are going to be doing full carbon on this bike with a custom paint scheme. When we do the full carbon rear subframe, it doesn't have these pieces right here, which is where the rear exhaust attaches. So Dado's gonna have to fabricate something on the carbon subframe from full 6. So
What am I doing?
good luck with that.
I
Like
missed that.
the carbon rear subframe doesn't have these, remember? Because it's a monocoque subframe, so it wasn't built to have rear passenger pegs.
Just one cock.
And this exhaust high mount attaches right here. on the top.
That's great.
So I don't know what we're gonna do when it comes. All right, here we go. More pieces. The beautiful Teener Wieners unboxed. Damn, it comes together like that? Okay, never mind. This looks totally different than the other exhaust system. I don't remember all of those being together. I thought that they were in pieces before, like 2 different pieces. Don't forget, if you love the Teener Wieners and you can't get enough of her, we've got all of her spicy links in the comment section below.
I'm not even done.
So go show her some love. Yeah, this seems like a lot more piping.
I think this is going to take a little longer than you think.
Yeah, this is a lot of heat shielding too. Oh my gosh. I'm curious to see if the other reason why I wasn't a huge fan of the coming all the way up under the tail is that's putting the exhaust pipes right next to your legs. This bike already is notorious for being hot.
Oh, here's your.
So, oh, it does come with a sprint filter. Perfect. You can pull, yeah, you can leave that in there. Yeah, we'll do that in the next. We'll do that in the next episode. We'll do sprint filter and the Bren flash. Bren sent us a stage 2 flash. Again, we get all of our parts from Manny at Moto Million. Use code Campisi to save yourself some money. He does have these high mount exhaust systems. This one actually we bought through Warhorse of Camp Hill. So Ducati performance parts you can still get through Warhorse, and Teener Wieners might be getting a new motorcycle from Warhorse very soon. I can't believe. Yeah, make your guesses in the comment section below.
I don't think anyone will be able to
Justin Bieber
scooter,
editions.
whiteout scooter.
I did actually. I walked in, I was like, dude, did you see that scooter? He goes, Justin
It's terrible. It looks awful.
Like, really?
It's so bad.
It is very bland.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. White on white, but it's like cream white. It's not good. I can't believe, like, look how thick some of these pipes are compared to like the headers, how thin that is. Probably creating like back pressure and things. This is ridiculous how much. I'm curious to see how much weight this shaves, because the previous exhaust system was 18 pounds, I believe, is what it shaved over the stock system. I don't think this one's gonna save as much. There's so much pipes, dude. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the underbelly one is better, or do you like this one under tail, which is bigger basically and heavier? Not as loud. All right, it's the bell of the ball. Here we go. One girl, 2 exhaust tips.com. Look at this, like, it's crazy how big this exhaust is, like how much shit there is. This is nuts.
Is it heavy?
It looks like it is, but
I think we should leave it straight pipe, and you should just donate those Akrapovic to me.
This is insane. I cannot believe how many parts there are. Wow. There it is. And it does have DB killers in there, which are gonna
for long.
Yeah, which are gonna get removed real quick. So that's it.
Yeah, it's a little.
Is it?
A little bit. Not bad.
Is it heavy or no?
I mean,
you got to figure that's replacing the muffler, right? The stock muffler. Think about the difference between those two, you know, alone. But
not gonna lie.
What?
I think they rolled this around in the dirt. What the hell kind of finish is that?
It's honestly, I think it's extra Dotto because it's the heat. They do not want it messing up the tail section of the bike, and the tank is right there, so they probably don't. It does look like there's extra shit on it. Yeah,
but
I know.
That looks like it also has sand in it.
Like things dried on there.
I think that's just how they look. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's hard for it to come off.
Not to blast that on there, but damn.
No, I agree. It doesn't look like they're normal. I think this is a different type of heat shielding, dude. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't just carbon. It looks like it's a little bit different.
That is different. Dude.
This thing's beat up, huh?
Look at the finish on that. It looks like they drug it behind something and then clear coated. I'm sorry, I'm like straight up honest.
Yeah.
That looks like shit.
Yeah, that is weird.
But they probably layered the hell out of the clear coat on there.
That's what I think it is.
So it doesn't get damaged by the pipes.
Yep,
like
I think that's exactly what
Come on,
it would melt and bubble and everything else, you know what I mean? Let me know if you guys have seen these in person, if you've noticed that that's how they look. Just this piece right here. Let us know in the comment section below. But I think that's it. That's everything. So now we got to weigh the stock piece. But look, this is what I'm saying. The underbelly, 2 little things replace that, and it uses the same, pretty much the same piping. See that? Just 2 piping.
That's all there was on the stock.
Yeah, and look at this.
What a nightmare.
I mean, I don't, Dotto, it sits.
So
I know, I can't.
It sits way down.
He doesn't want to mess anything up or scratch.
Yeah, it sits right there, like that. Yep, that's how it sits.
Use those shoulder muscles, Dotto.
That looks badass. It does look. It does look.
We get it.
It does look really good, actually. Okay, I think we weigh everything. Let's see what weight savings we got. Right? Are you gonna help us with that too?
Sure.
Okay, good. All right, so we just realized that It's basically protective film they put on there.
Dotto popped
I think
the
for
pimple,
shipping.
and now there's no going back. So
Yeah.
you have to-
No.
It looks way better.
There's
that's
well,
what it was.
You don't want it peeling off when we're riding.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. That makes way more
There you
sense.
go.
That
Now
looks
you got your
way
satin
better.
looking.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Excellent. Yeah. Look at that. Way better. If it wants to focus, there it is. Yeah. Look at that. Way better. I was shocked that was the quality that they were sending it out. So thank God.
Here I am. Looks like shit.
I wonder if they tell you in the directions to remove that.
I didn't see it.
We'll find out. Okay, let's weigh all this stuff. All right, we got all the stock parts loaded up in here. We did remove the box from the weight as well.
28 pounds, 5.4 ounces.
28 pounds, 5.4 ounces for the stock setup. And now let's see how much this one weighs. So remember, the old exhaust, the underbelly weight, saved 18 pounds. I don't think this is gonna save as much. Okay, so we got everything loaded up for the new exhaust system. And here's the moment of truth.
15 pounds.
15 pounds,
They
1.6
saved 13
ounces.
pounds.
So 13 pounds of weight savings. So it is 5 pounds heavier than the underbelly.
But you're still saving weight.
But we're still saving a lot of weight. And it's something new and different, and it is cool because it's kind of like a throwback to the old school Terminioni, like undertail exhaust and stuff. So, and it's like race bike inspired. It's when I was at MotoGP in Texas, like all the bikes had exhaust that looked like
You're really
this.
not gonna be able to see the license plate now.
I know, dude. Okay, cool. Well, now it's time for you, Dotto. Good luck, bud. Get some whiskey. Thank you, teens, for your help. We appreciate it. All right, so here we are. It's actually 4 days after you saw that last clip when we unboxed everything and we went to the first step. First step was to attach the 2 front header pipes, and we realized we only had 1 front header pipe. So I actually had to contact Warhorse of Camp Hill, which is where we got the exhaust through, and they were amazing because this exhaust is actually on back order across the whole country, and they were able to pull this part for us and get it to us right there on the spot. Thank God, or we would have been literally screwed. We would have had to box this whole thing back up and ship it back to Italy, basically. And then we probably would have had to buy a whole different exhaust because you can't get these undertails right now. So huge shout out to Warhorse of Camp Hill. They are our local dealership. If you guys are here local in the central Pennsylvania area, use them for all your dealership needs. They are incredible. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. Now let's get back to work. So the last part of prep was transferring over to O2 sensors from the stock exhaust system. So now that's into Dotto's practice welding pile, since nobody wants stock systems anymore. And are we gonna put those on before we start fitting everything up there?
Yeah, I gotta wipe down.
Yeah,
this.
they want you.
I gotta put anti-seize on the O2s. I already marked which one goes where, like front, left,
Oh, when
right.
you take them off, perfect.
Yeah, and then I think the only other. There's another O2 sensor for the rear.
Yeah.
And then
2 more.
I
Was
think
there
we're
just
gonna
one
do.
for the rear?
I think we're gonna put both of these on and then work our way.
And then
back
fit the
from
exhaust
there,
up.
yeah.
It tells you how to do it. Does it tell you to assemble this first before you put it on? Because I feel like it'd be really hard to slide that up in between the
is.
oil cooler.
It is.
Yeah, so we're gonna put those on first, I think.
Yeah.
Right, and then press it
Well,
up.
the springs too. You got to think the springs are gonna be tough too.
Yeah, but that's still easier than trying to fit this whole entire thing all up through those oil cooler pipes in there. Right?
It may be all right.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens. So one thing Dotto noticed with this new exhaust system is they don't include the metal lubricant in there. Luckily, he has a bunch from other exhausts that we've done. And he also has a whole other separate case. So he's just lubricating all the insides of all of the spots where pipes are connecting. And that's mainly for if you ever needed to take the exhaust apart, if you wreck the bike or something like that. We got the O2 sensors on the front, and we're gonna start assembling this, and then we'll be able to slide it up on. All right, so we're just continuing with assembly. We've got all the pieces pretty much on. You can see how cool it freaking looks. All the springs are on, all the tabs for the clips. We got the O2 sensors on, and even like the little rubber grommets there, and then these pieces here which attach it to the bike. And then next piece is they actually want you to put the heat shielding on right now, or next. And they tell you to pretty much assemble everything first and then start fitting it. So I think we're gonna follow directions and maybe for once in our lives. All right, so we ended up actually having to slide the heat shield down because there's, what are these things called? It's like a bracket for the
manifold to clamp down.
Yeah, so you need to slide those in there and then put the bolts on. We literally could not put the header bolts on with the heat shield on, so I'm not really sure why they tell you to do that. This is why we don't listen to directions a lot of the times. So we had to remove the heat shield. We slid everything up in there. So that's all good to go.
I guess it would be possible if you removed the entire cooling system, but
Yeah.
you're adding hours and hours.
Yeah.
And they don't like the exhaust install, I don't think that includes bleeding the coolant, bleeding the
yeah, the
oil.
10 to 12 hour, whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't know that is, I mean, I could be wrong.
But now we got access to everything we're doing, and we're basically just putting it all back together now. All right, so while Dado's tightening down the front header nuts.
You screw, I screw, you screw, I screw.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
left, right, left.
Since this takes so long, we asked for Christina to come over here and film. She walks over and steps on the lift air.
I don't think it was plugged in. It wasn't plugged in. It doesn't need to be, is it?
Yeah, no, because he has the thing up, thank God.
I have the safety on. She goes, let me just crush your feet.
It would have just cut both our dicks right off.
She goes, Christina, you want to come over here and film?
Those.
3 steps later.
Yeah, literally.
I fixed it. I stopped it.
Wait until you guys see the piece that replaces this. You're gonna laugh your asses off. Yeah, it's massive. Just stay tuned. Okay, so I got the rear fender off. In the meantime, Dado got the front header bolts all tightened up, so that is good. Next, we're prepping the rear header manifolds to go on. We got one of the, this is the right O2 sensor. And next thing we're doing is replacing these pieces in the back here because you get new pieces and there's a heat shield that goes on there. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're prepping all of this. We need to put this on first since we didn't take off the tank and the seat, so we won't be able to do it from up top. So we actually have to put this on first, and then we can slide the header rear manifolds.
If that's successful.
If it's going to be able to.
We've never done it, but I would like to not spend extra hours disassembling everything.
Yeah, so that's how it's going to sit like
so
that.
So it's essentially going to sit like that. Well, no, I
actually
like this.
Like that. Yeah, exactly. So let's see what happens. All right, so we got the new rear cover and top of the heat shield installed. We had to unplug and replug the electronic suspension in, and then we also had to run through the one of the rear oxygen O2 sensors. And it looks like we should be able to do everything from down here, right, without taking the tank off?
Yeah, that was the tank and the seat. There's so much underneath here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And there's lines, vent lines, the electronic plugs, the fuel line right here.
Yeah. So that saves a lot of time.
I wanted to try it because we've never done that without taking a
There's a lot of shit in here. So
last time we had the subframe off.
Yeah, I know. But we're gonna tidy all this up and then put that piece on, and then we can keep rocking and rolling. All right, so next step is putting this bad boy on.
That's right.
Nice and
don't even have to unplug it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to figure if you got to rotate this, let's say, to sit in here. You got to make sure that this isn't twisted one way or another.
Yeah.
So it's got to be pretty flat. I still have to tighten it.
Yeah, but there you go. That'll slide in there.
And then the other one will run down.
Runs around. This exhaust is so complicated. It's insane. Wait until you see this. How these come out here, and then it comes down and wraps all the way around this one and comes out here, and then there's a Y pipe that goes on here to bring it all the way up to there. It's ridiculous how complicated this is. But there's no way we're gonna finish this today. We've already been at it for a while. We did a lot of stuff off camera that I'll show you guys in a second.
Yeah, this has to come off. This we have to swap.
Yeah, but let's just keep rocking and rolling. All right, so we're putting header bolts, header nuts, I should say, on the first two. Yeah, look at this one up here, teens, on the top side of this one.
How the heck?
My hands are big, so we grabbed the little teener wieners.
I mean, my hands are small.
Come on, you can't get it in there?
No,
I guarantee you, Dada, with his big ass sausage fingers, will get it.
Like you have to use
Move
your other.
Move your hand. Let me show you. Look,
That
see
third
that one right
one.
there? At the lower right. Dado's cleaning up a whiskey glass. He's shattered on the ground. That's how you know we've been at it for a while. Yeah, that's how you know we've been at it for a while.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Oh, okay.
I'm watching you. How's it going?
It's there. It's on it. But how do I twist it?
Well, once you press it on there, then you can twist it with one finger. Just like use the, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Scalpel.
Hey.
Scalpel. Did you get it?
Yeah.
There you go. Good job, teens. Hey, you did something. Yeah. Now Dado's gonna use his swivels of life.
Very long.
Yeah, this exhaust is insane. I get that a lot. Look at this, guys. This is the only reason he's able to do this without taking the rear subframe off. And he said that these are a little bit bigger, these pipes, so it's even tighter than it.
The swivel's like rubbing on the pipe, and it's.
Don't
tough.
scratch it, Dado. I'm kidding. This is a lot of tedious stuff. I haven't really been showing a lot of it because I was trying to show all of this in one video and not make it an hour-and-a-half video. But I realized that there's no way we're gonna get this done. We've been at it for a bunch of hours already today, and we still have probably twice as much as we've already done. And I just don't want to rush it. This is probably the most important part of the whole build. So this is gonna get split up into 2 videos. Sorry, I really wanted to start this video up with the bike revving and then show the whole process of turning the bike on, but it's just not gonna happen. All right, So left rear header pipe is on, and look at how this one just curves all up over top of it. It looks super cool. One nice thing about this is it brings these down lower and more away from your ass, even though the other pipe runs up back here anyway on this particular exhaust. But it should help with heat flow when we do this whole system. Between the new exhaust, the filter, and then the flash, it should flow a little bit better and give you less heat. I've noticed that with pretty much every bike we've done, that you get less heat when you do a full system, just because of all the regulations and everything else that come with the stock system. So we're gonna put on the right hand side right here, and this might be where we end. Maybe we'll fit the other pipe that comes here and wraps around, and then call it good. So in typical Dotto fashion, he saves the hardest bolt for last. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Hold on, wait until this focus is in there. Can you get a thing, Dotto?
Yeah, I'm gonna flashlight.
Yeah, get a flashlight. You guys gotta see this. It's ridiculous. Shine it in there, right there. Look at that. The only way to get to that is with the longest swivel
Through the heat shield.
and the littlest wrench.
But we're getting there.
Whew. This is no joke, man. I don't recommend anyone doing this themselves. Just take it to the dealer, pay the $1,200 install fee, and go out and have a whiskey.
Actually, most Ducati dealerships are $100 or more, 110 or something.
I think 130
130
per hour.
130 times 12.
1300. Oh, that's 1600.
There you go.
Pay the fee, guys. It's worth it. All right, so we got both of the rear headers bolted in, tightened down, everything's good to go. Before we put this collector pipe here on, we have to do this here, and we're actually missing the hardware that connects it right here. So we gotta do some scavenging. We gotta figure out what's going on. We've been looking over everything, and I think it might be a stock piece, but the stock piece actually has a bracket that has a nut. Is that what it is?
The nut is welded onto the
welded onto the factory piece, which we can't use. So we're I mean, you can always pull a nut for that, right?
Yeah, I don't like pulling nuts though.
Yeah, only busted them.
Yeah.
So this is a good place to stop. Like I said, I was hoping that we could do all this in one video, but it's a lot more than just the underbelly exhaust is, and we want to take our time, make sure we do it right. So I think this is a good place to stop for this video. So this will be part one of the Undertale full Acra system install, and part 2 will be coming very, very soon. So once again, huge thank you to Warhorse of Camp Hill for getting us that part, and we actually got the exhaust through them as well. The Ducati Performance part where you have to get through dealerships. Big thanks to this guy for his hard work, and for little Tina Wieners. You can't see her, she's over there working hard at work. But that's it. So don't forget, this is a giveaway motorcycle. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs. That's how we fund this project, and that's why we give them back away to somebody who supported the project whenever we're done. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big old juicy thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.